Welcome back. You're tuned into this very special conversation we're having with Mr. Anil Agarwal. Let's talk about the zinc assets as well. That stock price itself of Hindustan Zinc has more than doubled in this calendar year itself. Any conversation with the government of India? We were talking about an OFS as well a few months ago. When do you expect that to happen? Hindustan Zinc's OFS stock price is up 100%.
Yeah, see, we are the only producer in the world as a major producer. If you produce 300 million ton of steel, which is India going to produce 300 million ton of steel, then you need 3 million ton of zinc production. We are only producing 1.2 million ton. So it is a question, and no, you cannot start zinc mines again. So this is the one which is the business which we are going to expand at least 2 million ton time to come, because that is the requirement. I'm always averse about import, and I always want import substitute. So the zinc will be very good. Silver, we never produce in our country silver. We are the people who mine, we did the research and development. Today we are producing 800 million ton, which is going to be almost 1,500 ton of silver, which excites me very much. And then we have a recycling. We have the largest heat and recycled material available in Hindustan Zinc, which has the cobalt, which has the platinum, which has the gold, which has the silver. And we have started the project, and we are going to have a recycling business into Hindustan Zinc also. So very excited about Hindustan Zinc. Hindustan Zinc can be any price. It can be $100 billion company. It is a company, and whenever government want to sell, they can sell. Right. So I don't want to make any comment about the government move. Whatever they decide, they are most welcome.
All right, but you haven't heard about a potential OFS in the near term?
We hear every time. It is always in the government's mind to sell the share. They call us, they decide us, they give the mandate to the bank, but action has to be taken, and I'm sure something will happen.
Okay, all right. So we've got that out of the way. What about at the parent level? That's the fear from a India stockholder's point of view. How is Vedanta Resources placed? On the debt, in the last few years, you've gradually been repaying some debt. And now you're far more comfortable if you even talk about it, in comparison to what it was 2 years ago. It was closer to around $10 billion, which has come down drastically. What's your message to the shareholders here of Vedanta Limited? Vedanta Resources is comfortable, and what's the deleveraging plan at Vedanta Resources?
See, the total debt on the Vedanta Resources, Vedanta Limited is the subsidiary of Vedanta Resources. All put it together, the total debt in the company is $12.5 billion, which is not even one and a half time or 1.2 time of the profit what we made. As far as the total debt on the top is concerned, we have the trophy asset on the top, which is, we own the largest copper deposit of the world called Kankola Copper Mine, which is on the top. And we are looking, people are looking forward from us. Would you like to dilute some equity into the KCM? We haven't thought anything so far, but this is the one asset which is not everybody has. Largest deposit, highest grade of copper in Zambia, and the Zambian government is very positive. They want to take it forward.
Yes.
It has the only company which has one of the largest deposit of cobalt, and cobalt is a very prime material.
Okay.
So with these two, I think we are very comfortable to address the debt. We have a good cash flow and good dividend that should take care of all the debt payment of VRL.
Okay, all right. So you're confident that VRL will meet all its obligations for the coming year. That's FY25, FY26, right?
Perfect. And as you said, that steel asset, copper asset,
yes,
so much of opportunity comes. Yeah. But we are very well planned. Everybody is comfortable with our debt payment, which we have planned everything and everything being paid on time.
All right.
But Vedanta has never ever defaulted. The first generation I've started this company, and never ever we have ever defaulted any of our payment in our life.
Okay, since you spoke about KCM, will you look at, since you believe there is so much potential over there and there are various offers that people want to buy some equity in there, could you look at folding in KCM into the listed entity Vedanta Limited? Would that be an option?
I don't know. At the moment, it is with the private company on the top. I'm ready to do anything possible which can help my shareholder. I'm very keen on India. I promise to Government of India, because they are very keen that we should acquire asset in Africa for the copper. Copper is going to be very critical metal. Okay. And I promise that the first preference of Pankula copper mine, copper will go to India. For me, nothing is more important than I see more and more industry comes up. Today also 6,000 companies, 100% feed comes from us. Okay. I'm looking the 6,000 to go to 16,000. Time to come, where more and more industry come, more and more entrepreneur come, and that is my most satisfaction.
All right. So all options open with regard to KCM. If either some equity dilution, or maybe you could fold it into the listed entity as well. Is that correct, Mr. Agarwal?
Yeah, anything, and we have never thought of, for us, most important to have the best, to take out the best potential of KCM.
Okay, all right. The Vedanta Limited stock, that's bounced back, and it's bounced back in a huge manner. I remember we spoke in October 2023. At that point of time, it was less than half of what the current price is. And added to that, you've also given dividend. What's the plans with regard to your holding in the company? It's come down a little bit to around 61.5% or thereabouts. Will you look to reduce stake further? And also, are there any plans of diluting equity? Because there's big demand for the stock today. So could that be an equity offering, a QIP or something on the cards?
We have 62%, 61 point something percent of holding on the of the company, and we are comfortable. And for me, nothing is more important than putting India into the world map. That we are natural resource company, we are iron ore producer, we are copper producer, we are aluminum producer, we are silver producer, zinc producer. This kind of portfolio is not there for me. Taking it forward to a different level as a world-class company, because the demand is so high, and we are people there. I think we have so much of good internal accrual. We may not require. We will be spending about $8 billion for our expansion, and that will come from the internal accrual. We don't need to dilute, but whatever is required for me, holding only for the purpose, how can I make my company as a world class? For that, if any, because I'm not an expert, any investment bankers comes and gives me some idea, we will work on. At this point of time, there is nothing on the card to take our holding down below 61.5%.
Got it. Okay, clarification out there. Also, Mr. Agarwal, Vedanta Group has spread its wings across various sectors, metals, semiconductors. Is there any new, industry or segment you want to foray in? Nuclear or anything new that's come to your mind?
No, I'm very bullish on. We are one of the largest in the power sector. We produce almost more than 13,000 megawatt of power. We produce 4,000 megawatt of renewable. We are largest in transmission. We are looking forward transmission business to be expanded. We are the largest producer of optical fiber. These are our businesses which are related to us. We remain in this business for last 10, 15 years. We will remain focused on this business. We are very excited about each of our business is going to be the world class. And our biggest, my focus is always money. Money is very, very important. It's a byproduct because kind of business we do. For me, how can I create more and more employment in our company,
Okay.
more and more entrepreneur in my company? I think we have produced maximum entrepreneur in the country. We have produced maximum employment in the country because mining take most of the people.
Yes.
For me, there is nothing more important than creating more income for the people.
Okay.
I have very strong feeling middle class people which will have $5,000 per capital GDP from the $2,000. Everybody needs is excited. Everybody is impatient,
Yeah.
and there's lot expectation from this government. And we will be one of the part to make sure these things come forward.
Okay, all right. So we've got some color on the listed entity with some focus on all the segments, Mr. Agarwal. Also, you're clear about debt obligations at Vedanta Resources. So let's turn our attention a little bit away from the listed entities and from the metal focus. Could you narrate to us one instance that you would like to narrate to budding entrepreneurs and they can take heart from? Because you've mentioned this numerous times. There have been challenges, but your focus has been to overcome them.
India is a country of entrepreneur. India is a country of opportunity. It is better than America. And the kind of government, what we are looking for, the most important thing is the land reform or digitalize. If the land is acquired as quickly as possible, you will see how the fast industrial growth take place. We are looking self-certification. Everything you do, whether you do income tax, whether you do municipal tax, whether you do electricity bill, all are post. So very, very important that the self-certification, more and more India government will start trusting the entrepreneur and the people on the self-certification. In that basis, we will double our speed of our industrialization, job creation, and everything in the country.
All right, Mr. Agarwal, it's always a pleasure talking to you. Thanks a lot for joining in here on CNBC-TV18. We wish you all the best as you believe that the metal cycle is in a super cycle. You have your eyes set on that $10 billion of EBITDA, and on the steel asset, well, all options are on the table, and we look forward to the demerger of all the various verticals as well. Thanks a lot for speaking to us here on CNBC-TV18.
Thank you very much. CNBC is always the top broadcaster, and people love it. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best.